Those Diane Mercedes and Dagan's doing business stuff, and Carly may or may not have some emails. Do you have any emails, Carly?
I do. I have a couple emails here today.
Give me one.
All right. This first one is from Rob from Hornell, New York.
Okay.
Rob asks, does Connell gargle with whiskey during commercial breaks? I can imagine that being the only way to make it through 4 hours sitting next to you and your various ailments.
Nah, man, it's nothing, to it.
That's
mean.
Right. That's mean and hurtful. We don't need all that. So.
It's just an honor to sit here.
Some more? Okay.
Coffee. No, coffee.
Oh.
Thanks, Carly.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you know what? You ought to be glad I'm here because you bring that, like, school bus on my sister. And if you only got her, you're in trouble. That's all I got to say.
School bus?
Yeah.
You never rode a school bus because you were spending too much time in the back seat of cars.
Yeah. Well, clearly, you know what? Clearly you have been trading sexual favors for Popeye's fried chicken again.
So what? A girl's got to make a living.
Well, too bad the girl doesn't make a living being funny. Let's go to Maria now. Maria, got your bear?
Yes, I got my bear.
Let me see.
I'm here with Carly. She brought me my bear.
That's great. Wow, that's adorable. Wow.
And the bear's cute.
Bear. The bear's cute, too.
/ kind of creepy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Why is it
so
creepy?
Big.
Why is it creepy?
It's her
Because
size.
it's so big, it's like a person.
It's naked.
You know, there could be someone in there.
Now, that bear's for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
So you
sir.
can take the
I
bear
love
home.
It.
It's from all of us here at the program.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Thank
part of
you.
the program, so.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Okay. But now you can get one like it. I can't believe they sell it for $99. Is that an accurate price, Bernie?
Absolutely right.
It makes sense to me, but you can get it from the Vermont teddy bear people. Let's
Yeah,
just
he
turn
could
it
do the
into-
weather, too.
Huh?
He could do the weather.
The bear could.
The bear can do the weather?
Yeah. Watch.
Okay.
Hey, bear.
Oh, no, this is really great.
Look at how happy she is. Look at it. Makes,
He's going to do the weather.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, really.
right, making your girl happy.
Valentine's Day spirit here.
This is really stupid.
Maria did a couple of shots, I think.
I'm going. Hey, Mr. Bear, what's the weather going to be like in Midland, Texas on June 16th, year 2020?
At 3 p.m.
Next to a Mexican restaurant.
You're
Yeah,
really
it's going to be dry, hot,
you're a
dry,
psycho.
sunny, and the enchiladas at La Bodega are going to be hot.
That's it.
That's very good, Maria. Thank you.
Make sure your agent puts that on your reel, Maria. When you
Maria Molina, here in the Imus in the Morning program. Welcome to the program, news analyst for Fox News and Fox Business Channels, also a priest in Catholic Church, Father Jonathan Morris. Good morning, Father Morris.
Thank you very much, Don.
How are you?
How am I? You know, walking in, I was thinking to myself, I get a strange feeling when I walk onto your show, much different than most shows. It's a sense of relief because I know you're going to ask in-depth, good questions, honestly.
Okay.
I think you're the best that there is.
Thank you.
Secondly, a sense of anxiety because the questions could be inappropriate. They could be they could be
We have a window.
very uncomfortable.
We have a window of purity that we apply to you.
I was just in the green room and I saw the last segment and I said, I'm going on that show.
Well, actually, I had one of my TV boss told me the other day that I couldn't say a certain word or talk about a certain thing, and I thought, which is fine with me, but I thought that was good because after 40 years, I'm still doing stuff I'm not supposed to do. So, I mean, if I were just mailing it in, then I'd be concerned.
exactly.
After 40 years, you shouldn't have to have somebody telling you what you are not allowed to do.
No, I should, believe me.
Yes, you should. Right.
When you think you don't need a coach, then you're in trouble. Anyway, the situation with the Catholic Church and president stems from this reading here now, stems from the 2010 healthcare law that requires religious affiliated institutions such as colleges, hospitals, and charities to offer free contraception as part of health insurance coverage for their workers, as other employers must. Churches and other houses of worship themselves were exempted from the requirement. So my question is, why are Catholics upset?
Well, a Catholic hospital, for example,
Right.
that is only going to serve people or hire people who happen to be Catholic is not acting like a Catholic hospital. Catholic hospitals, Catholic universities are open to anyone.
Right.
And to suggest that those who are running those organizations violate their conscience to hand out not only contraception, but sterilization, the day after pill, abortifacients, to suggest that they have to do it because the government tells them to do it goes against a very long tradition, right back to our Constitution, in which freedom of religion implies and is really constituted in a fundamental way by freedom of conscience. The fact that the Obama administration chose to enter into a war with not only Catholics, but people who believe in freedom of conscience and believe in the limited role of government is astounding. And they're beginning to backtrack now. They're beginning to walk back because they were wrong.
Well, the president says, or somebody's aide said, they're trying to figure out, I was talking to Ed Henry, who's the chief White House correspondent,
Sure.
for Fox News, and he says they're trying to figure out a way to make it work. But then, why should the healthcare law require any institution, whether they're Catholic or whatever they are, to do this? Whether
that's a great
they even
question.
have a religious affiliation at all?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't think anybody's asked that question that I've heard of yet. And it goes right to the point of whether or not contraception, sterilization, and the day after pill is ordinary health care, whether that's basic health care. The Catholic Church, for example, has no problem whatsoever with the pill being used to treat a pathology. For example, if a woman's cycle is off, and the pill that also has contraceptive effects, a Catholic hospital doctor would have no problem prescribing that
Right.
as medicine for pathology. But the Obama administration has said, through the Health and Human Services, and really being backed up by unbelievably powerful groups like Planned Parenthood, to say contraception is basic, ordinary health care, and you must now buy it for your employees.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Wonder why you think they would have researched this. I mean, I know they had, because they got overwhelming support from Catholics. I'm talking about the president now in terms of
That's right.
people who voted for him.
54-45.
Well, what made them? I guess they probably got confused, thinking that they were appealing to women by doing this, and
Right. I think what they looked at the numbers and said, well, many Catholics don't follow the church's teaching on contraception. And so they thought, oh, you know what, this is an issue of contraception. But this is not an issue of contraception. This is an issue of religious liberty.
Yeah.
This is forcing employers who are not only Catholic in name, but who are actually a Catholic hospital. That's what they're in it for. They're there to serve people. And they're to serve people according to their beliefs.
Even though
But
you
forcing them to do that is a religious liberty issue.
somebody could make a case that a Catholic, even though it's a Catholic hospital, they're serving all people, or atheists, and everyone else. So
That's what the Obama administration said, precisely because you are serving atheists. Now you must violate your conscience and provide them with something that you don't.
That's another good point. Talking with Father Jonathan Morse here. It's 16 till the hour. What do you do with this church down the parish downtown? Explain it to
I'm
me.
at Old St. Patrick's Cathedral, which is the original St. Patrick's here in New York City. I'm down in the Soho.
What's your
Little
title
Italy.
there?
Just a priest.
I know that.
Number
but
2 guy, number 3 guy,
Do you
number 4
actually?
guy.
Do you conduct services?
I do, yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do.
I do. And it's it's a population that's very young. I look out of my congregation. The average
Right.
age is probably about 28, 30 years old, and they're coming back in big numbers.
The president dug into the Gospel of Luke the other day, suggesting that the justification for taxing rich people. What do you think of that?
Well, I think it's great that the president believes in the Bible. I think it's great that the president is unafraid to use the Bible. But I think it's shameful that the president would say, to whom much has been given, much is required, and I am going to be the one, as the federal government, doing the requiring. Instead of a recognition that our rights and our talents and our resources come from God, together with our hard work, and that we have a responsibility as citizens to decide, how am I going to give back? And yes, there's a responsibility to give back to the government, especially in that they're providing a safety net for those who can't provide for themselves. But the suggestion that Jesus said,
No.
I should be able to raise taxes on the rich is out of bounds and sad.
having read all four Gospels, assigning that interpretation to the words of Jesus, at least in Luke, I agree. I thought how would he know that? And then why would he do that? So,
is that the Torah or the on your desk there? What is that?
This is a little pill container. It has,
but it looks almost religious.
Well, it has a Texas Longhorn on it. My wife and my son got it for me for Christmas. It has a Vicodin in it.
So it is religious.
Okay.
And
that can help. That can help you connect with the supernatural.
That'll be fine. Right? It has a Vicodin and it has some Aleve in it in case I have some pain, Father. So
that's all good.
It's 14 till the hour now here on the Imus in the Morning program. So Jesus playing a big role in this election.
You know, the Catholic Church didn't pick a fight with Obama in this. The Obama administration chose to enter a war with everyone who believes in freedom of conscience, and of course the Republican candidates said, "Well, thank you for serving us up a home run pitch," because Americans, whether you are Catholic or not, recognize that it happens to be about contraception in this one. But how about when they come and they tell a church, for example, a Baptist church in the South, when somebody comes to you and asks for food, you better check their papers to make sure that they are legal. And that Baptist church says, actually, no, we don't do that because that's not our job. We're not the police. And besides, we're supposed to help our neighbor who's in trouble. And a federal government, whether it's the Obama administration or another administration, says, no, because it's the law, because it's legal, you must do it. And they say, no, that goes against our faith. No. Actually, you have to do it because it's the law.
Can a Catholic vote for a Mormon?
Absolutely.
Again.
Absolutely.
So you guys don't have any problem with the Mormon Church, or?
I wouldn't say that we don't have any problem. Otherwise, I would become a Mormon.
I don't think you have to snap at me, Father. I just asked a question.
I'm sorry. I should ask for forgiveness.
Oh no, not from me. You shouldn't. But I mean, but I'm just wondering. I remember when JFK ran. I wasn't old enough to vote for him, but I remember the concern was that he was going to be taking orders from the Pope when he became president, which was, of course, absurd. But I suppose that Mormonism is an issue for some people. I wondered if it was for Catholics.
I think it's certainly an issue in the sense of I don't believe in some aspects of their theology.
Yeah.
But when you're voting for the President of the United States, I think the major issue is whether or not that person is going to, first of all, protect the Constitution, protect the nation, and whether they're going to be the best leader of the options that you have to bring our country into a better place.
That's a good answer. All right. Nice to see you again. Thank you. We always like having you on the show. I appreciate it.
You know, off the air, I would be much less belligerent, but I just feel like I have to fight with you. I don't know what it is.
Father Jonathan Morris here on the Imus in the Morning program. It is 12 minutes. Got a little business news now, and here with that is Dagan McDowell. Good morning, Dagan.
Good morning, sir. So a record number of people watched the Super Bowl on their TVs, more than 111 million.
Well, they wouldn't watch it on their toaster.
Well,
you know where they did watch it? Ace. Before I say something nasty, I'm trying to be nice and make life light and happy for you.
Here's the thing.
What?
Saying nasty stuff to me, I don't know how you think that helps you.
It doesn't. That's why
it makes me feel bad. I'm sitting here. What am I doing? I'm sitting here battling cancer and a sore tongue.
yeah, I've been trying to
Do you
explain
care?
that to her.
No, you don't.
Who had the over-under on 14 minutes and 45 seconds and past 6 on you bringing up
Leave
that
me
spot
alone.
on your tongue?
Don't you have a husband you can abuse?
Yeah, but he ain't here right now. Hey, so to answer your question, they didn't watch it on their toasters, but they watched it on their computers and tablets. NBC says 2.1 million people viewed a streaming broadcast of the Super Bowl, saying it's above expectations. Nevertheless, people were complaining about it. You couldn't watch the halftime show as if you missed anything. Why don't you just shut up and enjoy the free broadcast is what I got to say. But by the way, more people watched the royal wedding streaming than the Super Bowl, 2.4 million people.
A quarter after the hour. Then a weird thing happened. A little while back here, a woman by the name of Nancy Utt, U-T-T, God bless her, she passed away in New Jersey and left the ranch $300,000.
Wow.
So, If you've got a lot of money and you're old, I'd like to encourage you to do the same.
Follow in her footsteps.
If you're close to checking
Unbelievable.
out. Oh, my God.
What? Please welcome from CBS News.
Rich and old.
That's a new one.
How old
If you're
is
rich and old, let's get it over with.
Rich old people.
Hey, Grandma, I got an idea.
That's Imus, IMUS.
The clock is ticking.